So I haven't been making videos over the past couple of days. I've had a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm still dealing with them. So I'm back on my old setup. We'll see how that goes. Everything editing wise should be all right. But again, we'll see how that goes. So basically, we have this Pokimane drama today, and Pokimane is somebody who I have definitely been very critical of in the past. In fact, I don't think I've really ever said anything positive about her because there hasn't been a lot positive to say. But in this case, I do think that she's dealing with something that think is really indicative of a problem at Twitch. And it's something that they've dealt with before. And I don't want to be too long with the intro, so let's just get right into the first clip.
Someone that I and many streamers have been working with for years, someone who was also employed at a large company in the industry, has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community, by falsifying a romantic and sexual relationship with me, leaking privileged information he gathered from his job, as well as threatening to harm himself if these girls turn against him. He is well networked in the industry. He knows many streamers. He has helped us with many things. This was someone that we were genuinely grateful for their help. A few months ago, a few girls in my community came forward to me with some concerns and asked to speak to my manager. They proceeded to send my manager countless screenshots and videos of their conversation with him, proving the lying and manipulation that was going on.
So I wanted to get the introduction up out of the way before we got to the real meat and potatoes and the reason why I'm talking about this. If you don't know, a couple years ago, there was a situation with employee at Twitch, which is who people are thinking is the one who's messing with Pokimane and her fans as of right now, because his name was Hassan, but not the Hassan you're thinking of. It was this guy who was like soliciting women to get favors on the site, like, oh, you'll be promoted more, oh, I can get you unbanned, you just gotta do this, this, and this, yada, yada, yada. Just trying to use his power and influence, right? But apparently, people are thinking this is a different employee at Twitch because that Hassan guy, he's been fired for, I would have to say, like 3 years now. It was pre-pandemic, so at least 3 years, probably 4. And it's insane that, like, Twitch always preaches about being like a safe space for women and like this wonderfully progressive place. And then they've got like employees trying to do casting couch stuff. And trust me, it gets worse, okay? Again, this is not the meat and potatoes yet. This is just, the beginning. I just find it so crazy that, while they claim all this stuff, this is the type of thing that's going on. So let's continue.
He would reach out to girls that he knew were like in my chat or viewers of mine. He would approach them. And because of his connections with streamers and the company he worked at, he seemed like a very trustworthy individual. He would then tell the girls that he's suicidal and deals with mental health issues, which of course would garner him a lot of sympathy. And again, these girls are so sweet. So of course they would hear him out. And then once he felt that he gained their trust enough, he would start sharing these photoshopped Discord conversations with me. Like he would share it with them, but they were of me and him, as well as making up like wild stories about me. He acted like he knew and hung out with me and my friends in person. This is someone I've never met. I've never hung out with them, let alone had any relationship with past, talking about only work-related things.
So there we have it. And I just, again, it's crazy that this is the only incident that's getting caught, honestly, because if there's two people, getting called out publicly, you have to think that there's more going on that just hasn't been called out, or it has been and it's just flown under the radar. That's what I'm thinking at this rate, because this is just crazy. It's crazy. Like, I know that's stupid how I was just like, oh, it's crazy, like, it's crazy. But, like, I don't know. You gotta think, like, this guy went to people and was like, okay, so I want you to trust me Therefore, I'm going to give you this confidential information, which I'm using to make you trust me with your confidential information, which is why I'm showing you pictures and conversations that were meant only for me. Like, clearly this guy isn't someone who's very experienced with people, which makes me wonder how he got the job, you know? Do they just, like, give out Twitch jobs? Like, I know they make, like, six figures. Hey, if any Twitch executives are listening to this, I'm very qualified to work at Twitch. I breathe oxygen, and I won't Photoshop Discord conversations about your top streamers, okay? Hire me, no scandals will come out. I will do a great job. Okay, give me that six-figure payout. I will be the best employee on Twitch or on the Twitch staff or wherever this guy is. Theoretically, allegedly, because we don't know. Everything I said up to this point is allegedly. Hopefully that blocks me from a lawsuit, but I'm not going to law school, so I would not know. Jeez, imagine I got sued for that. Like, just being like, oh, yeah, he's at Twitch. And the whole time I have no clue. Because at the end of the day, this is all speculation. But I find it interesting. And though I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, well, I think she's just lying to get more attention. And I disagree with that because, again, this is something that's happened before. Like, we have track records of this type of thing going on at Twitch. So I'm a lot more inclined. I just bumped my desk. I'm a lot more inclined to think, oh yeah, this is going down at Twitch HQ. It might not be. It could be, I don't know, at G Fuel, allegedly. I don't know. I doubt it is. Shout out to the good guys at G Fuel. If you want to shoot your boy a sponsor once I finally make it, shout out to you guys. Alright. But, oh my gosh, I just had to chill for a minute for a company that will probably never sponsor me. Regardless, how does J Fuel taste? Alright, let me get back on topic. Yeah, this really does suck. Like, to have to deal with, like, as a content creator, seeing your fans get, like, weaponized in this weird way. And, like, by this creep who probably thought he was, like, an A-tier strategist. He was going into this thinking he was light Yagami himself. Like, okay, I'm going to send these pictures to these women, and they're going to think that it's, me, I'm an ex-boyfriend of Pokimane. And then they're going to trust me with their secrets. And then I'm going to infiltrate the community and destroy it from within. Does that sound unhinged to you? Well, I mean, this doesn't sound like, the most sound mind, sound body type of person. Just being honest with you, okay? This guy doesn't sound like he's, playing football with the helmet on, alright? He doesn't sound like he's driving with the steering wheel, okay? Not to say that he's like, definitely stupid. He's just a weirdo. And it's crazy that we have to keep hearing about these weirdos in these weird ways. And especially if it's a Twitch employee, which I think it is, allegedly. If it is, then that is crazy. That is happening twice. And I know it happening in perpetuity with Twitch. Literally, so there was this thing 2 years ago, right? I'm going off on a tangent, I know, but whatever. It all ties back in. So 2 years ago, there was this initiative that Twitch had to promote women streamers. They did it for the month of March for like Women's History Month. I think that's the month of March. So happy Women's History Month to y'all. But that's besides the point. So they give all this money to like random female streamers who barely stream because they want them to be elevated to have a chance at a career. They want to do all these things. They even put out a statement talking about, the difficulties for a female streamer on Twitch. And I know that there are difficulties, especially if you don't, want to body paint yourself or sit in a hot tub. If you're a chick on Twitch and you're just trying to play video games, then, you're probably going to hear things you don't want to hear in your chat. But to see them have to do all of these things, trying to act like they're so progressive and they're so, they're so always going to help women and then they turn around and stuff like this happens. If what I'm thinking is possible in this situation is true, that's funny. And it does prove that, Twitch, that a lot of the things I've been saying about Twitch have been right. And, I'll take credit for that. I didn't expect it to be, proven so soon. And with the whole kick thing going down, I didn't really want to talk about it. It was just a whole cesspool. But I really do think that Twitch could really use a competitor. Okay, so I know that Kick's like it's basically a copy, and I think that there's a chance that it will fail. Especially with the way that Aiden Ross, the flagship main biggest streamer on there, is acting. There's a good chance that they get a lot of advertisers pulled if he keeps acting a fool on stream. So it's honestly up to him. A lot of things are hanging in the balance, in the arms of a 22-year-old man who clearly has very little, if any, leash on life. But with that, I'm going to end it off. I hope you enjoyed this ramble that sort of covered some of the topics going on this week with this Pokimane thing. Let me know what you think. I made a video about the Batman movie from last year, starring Robert Pattinson. Hopefully